The terror attack here in Exeter at the Princess Hay shopping centre last May the 22nd was bad enough, but it could have been so much worse. Chaos and confusion engulfed this whole area as shoppers fled in fear. CCTV footage released today shows the bomber, Nicky Reilly, a Muslim convert from Plymouth, being arrested at the Giraffe restaurant. Reilly appeared at the Old Bailey under the name of Mohammed Rashid Saeed Alim and pleaded guilty to 2 charges. But as the court heard, the scale of the planned attack was so much larger than first thought. Richard Lawrence reports from the Old Bailey.
Well, when Nicky Reilly calmly pleaded guilty to the charges of preparing for acts of terrorism and attempted murder, his mother wept in court. But then we were all shocked by the details of the plot that emerged. He'd planned it for months. Nicky Reilly had become obsessed with becoming a martyr. It was his intention to take his own life and kill as many innocent shoppers as possible in the process.
The 22-year-old appeared in court by video link using the adopted name of Mohammed Rashid Saeed Alim and admitted 2 charges, attempted murder and planning the attack. It emerged in court that he'd been influenced and encouraged by 2 extremists. Nicky Reilly exchanged emails with his 2 accomplices discussing what their target should be. This police station at Charles Cross in Plymouth was on their list, so was the Devonport Naval Base. They also discussed bombing more public targets like Plymouth city centre. In the end, they decided to bomb a restaurant. He boarded a bus on May 22nd and headed for Exeter to the Giraffe restaurant in the new Princess Hay shopping centre. He'd taken chemicals for 2 different types of bombs. He went into the cafe toilets to mix the ingredients in glass bottles filled with nails, but they exploded before he could carry out his plan to kill and maim the restaurant customers.
We weren't sure what it was at first. You know, we thought it was some building works because obviously they've been doing the building works in Princess Hay and that. So, but everyone started running out of the cafe screaming that. So we were just kind of stuck there.
The city's Lord Mayor arrived at the Giraffe just as it happened.
I think my first reaction was sheer disbelief. You know, is it a prank? And then you realise we're not immune. Any of us are immune, you know, and it is a serious issue.
No one else was injured in the attack, but thousands of lives were disrupted as the entire city centre was evacuated. As Nicky Reilly was taken to hospital, police searched the area for other explosive devices, and soon after they were at his flat in Plymouth looking for further evidence. Nicky Reilly's mother was at the Old Bailey and was angry that her son, as yet, is the only person to be charged in connection with the attack. She said his life had been ruined by people who took advantage of him. He's been remanded in custody and will be sentenced on November the 21st. John Andrews for West Country News.
And Richard Lawrence at the Old Bailey. Do we now fully understand just what did happen on the day of the attack?
Well, the police have yet to reveal the full details of their investigation, something they say they will do once Nicky Reilly has been sentenced. And we haven't heard too much about the mental state of Nicky Reilly. We know that he's suffered from mental health issues in the past and what role they may have played in determining the nature of this evil plot that he hatched, we believe himself, but also under the influence of 2 other people who remain unidentified, people that he may have conversed with over the internet in the run-up to this plot on May the 22nd. Nationally, the police say there are 2,000 individuals who are being monitored by security services, so we all need to play our part in looking out for any signs of anybody wishing to commit sinister acts.